Så, hello and welcome aboard on the little boat to the best hour of your entire holiday, presented to you by Captain Lucas and me, Christopher, the Copenhagen Canal Cruise Cowboy. I'm going to be your host for the next hour, showing around here in the canals in the harbor of wonderful, beautiful Copenhagen. Let me start with the safe instructions, because we are going to pass some very low and narrow bridges on our adventure through the canals. This is why it's very important that you remain seated and keep your hands inside the boat as it has, to make sure that... Our boss who actually built those boats back in the 80s says that they are unsinkable. If you watch the movie Titanic, you might know what that could mean. If not, I don't want to spoil it. Just move out of the boat and a very huge ice cube. And with those words, I just want you to lean back, relax and enjoy the beautiful sounds of the safety briefing. Thank you very much. I hope you feel safe now. Haben wir auch deutschsprachige Gäste mit an Bord? Alle Mann in die Luft. Jawohl, nette Leute. Hallo, herzlich willkommen hier an Bord vom Nettoboot. Habt ihr die Sicherheitsanweisung verstanden? Oder brauchen wir auf Deutsch? Ich werde nicht mal Bordflöten spielen, weil da wird es sehr langweilig, wenn ich det wiederhole. Läuft. Og nogle bord, som ikke forstår engelsk, som skal have på dansk, fordi ellers kan jeg nå at fortælle mere på engelsk, så I sammen kan blive meget klogere næste time tid. I skulle have på dansk over. Dansk, ja. Jeg kommer nok til at overveje meget til de basale fakta, fordi så er der mere tid til at snakke om alt det andet. Okay. Lige nu befinder vi os i Nyhavn, men anderledes af navnet antyder, så er Nyhavn faktisk ikke nyt. Nej, den er meget gammel og blev gravet op af svenske krigsfanger i 1670'erne. Momentan befinder sig i Nyhavn, der så bedeutet Gewässervieh wie Nyhavn. Doch anders als der Name vermuten lässt, ist der Nyhavn sich nicht neu, sondern ganz schön alt und wurde in den 1670er Jahren von schwedischen Kriegsgefangenen ausgegraben. Right now we are at Nyhavn. This relates to New Harbor, but other than names suggest, it's actually not new. No, it's very old and got dug out by Swedish prisoners of war in the 1670s. Tilbage i tiden var Nyhavn en meget travl handelshavn med skibe, der kom hertil fra hele verden over. Området er kendt for sine mange sømandsknejper, de fulde sømænd og de mange prostituerede. Igennem tiden har området dog forandret sig meget, og hvad det før var kendt som det beskidende årside, er noget af de mest moderne kvarter i hele byen. Früher war Nyhavn ein sehr geschäftiger Handelshafen mit Schiffen, die hier aus aller Welt anlegten, um ihre Waren zu verladen. Der Hafen war bekannt für seine vielen Seemannskneipen, die betrunkenen Seeleute und die leichten Damen. Über die Jahre weg hat Nyhavn sich jedoch sehr verändert, und was einst als der dreckige Norden Kopenhagens galt, ist heute eines der schickesten Quartiere der ganzen Stadt. Back in the days, Nyhavn was a very busy harbor with ships coming in from all around the world. The area was known for its naughty taverns, the drunken sailors, and the easygoing women. But through the time, Nyhavn has changed a lot, and what once was known as the dirty north side is now one of the most posh areas in the city. Also remember to wave to everyone you're seeing around here. Your tourists and tourist boats. This is the only job you got for the next hour. But of course I will help a little bit. I'm professional in doing this. And also, if you have any questions... And I actually found out that Google is not quite state-of-the-art anymore. Cool kids nowadays use ChatGPT to ask whatever they want about. So just for your information, if you're still using Google, you're just so old-fashioned. That's also the reason why I look so young. I'm actually 47 years old, but I use ChatGPT Plus, so I'm paying for using it. So this is the key to everlasting youth, and my key to getting my university homework done. others might be able to relate on this boat. Foran os til højre har vi Københavns Opera, som var en gave af Mærsk til by København, og som åbnede i januar 2005. Bygningen har over 14 etager, hvor it was gifted to the city of Copenhagen by the shipping company Mærsk, and which opened in January 2005. The building has over 14 stories, of which 5 are located underground, and there is space for 1,700 visitors in its 2 auditoriums. The roof construction is one of the biggest in Northern Europe, with a size of over 3 football fields. And this is not going to be the last time on this tour that I am talking about big roofs. We do have plenty of them here in Copenhagen, and I am also going to talk a lot about fires and all different kind of stuff that burn down, so you can already now look forward to that. Dann haben wir hier auf der rechten Seite ein großes graues Gebäude mit einem dicken fetten Schorsch an der Seite. Vi kommer nu til turens første store højdepunkt her på vores højre side, nemlig numsen af en lille havfru. Desværre kan man ikke se meget med det herfra. Skulpturen er blevet modelleret efter et H.C. Andersen eventyr med samme navn, men når I forstår den danske del af guidningen, så kan I helt sikkert også godt til eventyret. Wir kommen nun zum Ziel auf der rechten Seite, und zwar die Poritze der kleinen Meerjungfrau. Leider sieht man nicht mehr visieren. In case if you wonder why Queen Margaret has got 5 chimneys on her roof and why Frank Mary only had 4, this is because Queen Margaret used to smoke so many cigarettes, so she got an extra chimney, but you might have already heard that she actually quit smoking around 3 years ago, but they have no chimney yet in case that she starts smoking again. Can't help do the best. Or as Mark Twain said, to quit smoking is the easiest thing to do in the world. I have done that 25 times before. Another little fun fact about Nyhavn Palace. If you have a look at the right statue of King Frederick V in the middle of the square, and you have a look at that value for money here on your holiday in Denmark. The sun is shining, this is not what you came for. Normally in Denmark it's just raining all the time. Rain, 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 rain. We have like 2 sunny days a year, but at least we always have something to complain about. What might also be the reason why we are the second happiest ude til, som gør, at vi stadigvæk har bygninger her, som der tager helt tilbage til tiden af kong Christian 4. Kongens idé var at bygge et købmandsstad, som skulle tiltrække internationale købmænd, fordi de skulle selvfølgelig hellere komme til Danmark i stedet for Holland til at dø deres forretning her. Derfor hyrede kongen nogle hollandske arkitekter til at tegne bygningerne her, og grund til, at vi stadigvæk i dag har en bydel her i København, som er så man til Amsterdam. Og hvis I går kun nogle få minutter... I don't care. Just do it. Because they're actually using a very old technique to make the underside of the bridges more durable, using urine. So just keep that in mind when the fuel is touch it. Old building burned down. But we do also have another building that has burned recently. And that is building to our right hand side, and that was actually a very happy day here in Copenhagen in Denmark when that burned, because this is the Danish Ministry of Taxes. Let them burn! But unfortunately it was only the roof that burned. I would have wished that it was the other way around, that only the roof of the stock exchange burned named around this building, but we don't always get to choose, at least we have to thank God that nobody harmed and no fires. Så har vi en sort diamant her, og bygningen bliver kaldt for en sort diamant, fordi når solen spejler sig mod i vandets overflade og et bygningsfacade, begynder at skille som en diamant. Hier haben wir den schwarzen Diamanten, dies ist die Weiterung der Königlichen Bibliothek und das Gebäude wird so benannt, da wenn sich Sonne wohl in der Wasseroberfläche als an der Fassade des Gebäudes spiegelt. Dies anfängt zu glitzern wie ein Diamant. On the right, we have the black diamond. This was such a great success that we simply have 2 words for being here. The old or the more general word is øl. And the newer word, which got established back then, is beer. Because when the people went into the pubs and wanted to order a beer brewed the Bavarian way, they ordered a song called beer. Alright guys, we are now going to pass the most narrow bridge of... And now you guys. like the best tour to ever happen in the history of canal tours here in Copenhagen. Rednecks live at Christiansborg Canal. You should have been there. Yeah, what a pity. Maybe they're gonna come back. I'm gonna try to get the Wenger boys on board this year. Der har vi her, nej, til venstre har vi Gammel Strand. I det gamle dage lå en fiskemarked, hvor de københavnske fiskers kunder solgte deres mændsfang højløb fra deres brødre. I dag har vi kun det der lille krydsskubtur op til venstre for metroelevatoren til det om de gamle dage. Auf unserer linken Seite haben wir den Gammel Strand. Und da heißt nicht Gammel Strand, weil er vergammelt ist oder hier so schön abgammeln kann. Nein, weit gefehlt. Gammel ist das Wort für alt. Kann vielleicht auch irgendwie so aus dem Deutschen herleiten. Und apropos alt, in alten Tagen lag hier ein Fischmarkt, wo die Gattinnen der Kopenhagener Fischer lauthals empfangen ihre Männer von ihrem Boden verkauften. Heute haben wir nur diese kleine Krauskultur einer Fischerkäuferin links vom Metroaufzug, um an die alten Zeiten zu erinnern. On the left we have Gammel Strand. Back in the days, this was where a fish market was located and where the Copenhagen fishermen's wives sold the fishermen caught in the Baltic Sea. Today we just have the disintegrated sculpture of a fish vendor to the left of the metro elevator to remind of those old days. And if there's a metro elevator, there must of course also be a metro station nearby. It's actually hidden on the ground. And this is one of the deepest metro stations we have in Copenhagen. And it's got Denmark's longest escalators. Ooh. And it's just so confusing and tricky to be on those escalators, because some point they create an optical illusion where you don't know if you're going up or down or what's going on, I don't know. Don't ever go down there when you're drunk, because you might fall down the stairs, as a friend told me. April is also a very special day here in Denmark. Does anybody know what kind of special day it is? Our Danes must know, if not you should be really ashamed. 16. april. Der er ingen, der ved det. Går vi til tur til Store højdepunkt, nemlig det smalle ved hus med så ting. Det er H.C. Andersen-huset. Det er der, hvor han boede, og han kunne virkelig godt lide at bo her i Nyhavn, for det område ligger så tæt på det kongelige teater, hvor han også gentagne gange prøvede at starte karriere som balletdanser. Det lykkedes ham dog ikke. Han var for klodset danse, eller måske heldigvis, fordi i stedet for begyndte han at skrive indefældig eventyr, som er stadigvæk er kendt for hele verden over. Last but not least, we're getting to the last big highlight of our day's adventure here on the right-hand side. The White House with the black roof. This is the Hans Christian Andersen house. This is where he lived, and he really enjoyed to live here because the area is located so near to the Royal Theatre, where he also multiple times tried to start a career as a belly dancer, but he never succeeded. He was too clumsy to dance, or maybe luckily because he decided to turn his hand into writing all the lovely fairy tales, which is known for all around the world. Please sit down again. We're going to pass the bridge again. And you might think, oh wow, the Hans Christian Andersen house. But to be honest, every bigger city in Denmark has its own Hans Christian Andersen house. He was moving a lot back then, now he's not moving that much anymore. And the cities are just very smart in marketing. Every house will at least stay for 1 hour as a so-called Hans Christian Andersen house. And there's also the reason why we have 3 of those here, the White House and the red and orange building on the left-hand side. Alright, we're now going to pass the littlest bridge of our adventure again, so please remain seated and take care. If you didn't like the tour, please stand up now.
Can you see back? Lige pas på mekanen derovre. Op til mit kabel.
And unfortunately, we have already reached the end of our adventure through the canals in the heart of Copenhagen. I would like to ask you one last time to remain seated until we've reached our final parking position. And we would also like to thank you very much that you have joined us today. It has been a pleasure to have you, and we hope that you will have a nice time here in Copenhagen with the best Danish spring weather you can think of, and maybe also to welcome you again here another time, maybe in summer. If you already like Copenhagen in spring, come back in summer, it's even better, and yeah, that's actually possible. Oh, we've just hit an iceberg here. And also, one last thing, one little wish. If you like the trip, we will also really appreciate it if you write something nice on Google or TripAdvisor. His name is Lucas. My name is Christopher. But if you didn't like the trip, it's his name Joe and my name Eric. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Woo! Thank you.
Achtung, gut, ja. Wisst ihr, wo die Toiletten sind? Wisst ihr, wo die Toiletten sind? Das graue Steingebäude links. Sehr sauber. Aber jemand, der die immer sauber hält. Das haben wir in Dänemark auch.
Just a little service information. If you need to go to the toilets, there's some very clean toilets here at the end of Nyhavn. Those stone buildings on the left and on the right. Ladies on the left, man on the right. There's someone working on keeping the feet on.
Want to say something? Anything back? Copenhagen derovre. Achtung mit Kabel.
And unfortunately, we have already reached the end of our adventure through the canals in the heart of Copenhagen.